You're watching Delta Daybreak.
Hi, welcome back to Delta Daybreak. I'm Tammy Eslick, and I'm here once again with our Financial Friday guru, Ike Trotter.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ike. How are you?
Great. Always good to be here.
Awesome. And we're here today to talk about life insurance, which a lot of people think is a very morbid topic because no one wants to think about death.
No question about it. But it is very important, and hopefully we can help impart some information there. You know, the last couple of years, we've all experienced the financial pinch of what the economic downturn brought about a couple of years ago. But there was a study that came out that talked about, even in these tough times that we have, that ownership of life insurance around the country is at a 50-year new low.
Okay.
Now, this is according to a survey that was put out by an insurance think tank group called LIMRA. And they said that only 44% of American families today have life insurance. But the real concern from that survey is that the number of households having no life insurance is rising. And that's not a good thing.
No, it definitely isn't.
What they actually came out with, Tammy, was that some 30% of American households don't have any type of life insurance. And where the concern lies with that just 6 years earlier when they did the survey, that only 22% of households didn't have life insurance around the country. And among those households with children under the age of 18, which arguably is the most important group that should have life insurance, some 11 million households in America don't have any type of life insurance coverage.
Well, I guess most people are thinking, you know, we've got kids, they're young and healthy.
Yeah.
Why would they possibly pass on?
Well, with these times that we're having, what we're concerned about is more people are living on the edge financially, just surviving paycheck to paycheck without the economic security, without the financial safety net that only life insurance can provide. So this month has been designated for many years as Life Insurance Awareness Month. And it's a wonderful national public relations campaign put on by an organization called LIFE, which stands for the Life and Health Insurance Foundation for Education. They're a nonprofit organization, and their job, Tammy, is trying to get the information out there so people can make informed decisions. Now, one of the things they do every year is they have a national spokesman that will talk about life. They've had several people. The Olympic skater Scott Hamilton was a spokesman a few years back.
I love Scott Hamilton. Chris
Noth, who plays on the show The Good Wife, he was it last year. This year, the spokesman is actress Leslie Bibb. And I think we have a segment on this, if they can go ahead and roll that, in which Leslie will be talking about Life Insurance Awareness Month, if they can bring that on.
Definitely.
Those are my memories. My parents together, dancing to their favorite song and celebrating with friends. Young and in love, they never suspected that their lives together would be cut short. Everything changed when my mother received the awful call that there had been an accident and my father hadn't survived. All of a sudden, the task of raising 4 girls and keeping our family together fell on her shoulders. But my mom's burden was lessened by my dad's thoughtfulness. His life insurance policy enabled our family to pick up and carry on. The love we show while we are alive is why we live. The love we show after we are gone allows life to continue on. My dad loved us enough to expect the unexpected. Life insurance was his legacy of love to us. No one should be left grieving and in need. Take care of your loved ones by thinking ahead to the unthinkable.
Learn more at lifehappens.org, a public service message from the nonprofit Life Foundation.
Wow, that's a very impressive message.
Right. So one of the jobs we think in getting the message out to people, particularly in the Delta, about the importance of life insurance is to have a frank discussion about the events of life that we all go through, and doing like what Leslie said, to think about the unexpected. In other words, Tammy, if something were to happen to you tomorrow, and you had loved ones that depended upon you for economic security, how would they be able to go on living financially if you weren't around, if you died?
Right.
In those kind of circumstances that can and do happen, only life insurance can provide the economic safety net that can come in and provide money to a family, continuing income to a family, so they can go ahead living their lives. One of the issues we find with people is they say, well, I don't know where to start with life insurance. What are the, where do I come up with a figure for this? And my point is, it does not have to be that hard. It really takes about 5, maybe 6 simple steps to go through in deciding if life insurance would be appropriate for you. So I thought I would bring those up right now.
Definitely. Let's go ahead with those.
The first step, very simply, is how much coverage do I need? It's pretty simple. Second is, for how long would I need it? For example, if I just bought a house and I have a 30-year mortgage on there, I might want to make sure that I have that debt covered for the 30-year term of time. Otherwise, maybe if I have teenagers in the household, I might not need life insurance coverage but for, say, 8 or 10 years, as an example. The next thing is, and this is critical, is how much can I afford? And that's what's so important with consumers, is making sure that whatever they buy, they can keep. Because the best life insurance in the world is that which you can afford, that will be in place in the event the unthinkable happened.
Because I'm guessing at least you were covered.
Right.
You have something to fall back on.
You have something to fall back on. Next is, what are the key values that I'm wanting to insure? Are my needs personal values, such as, for example, covering my spouse or covering my children while they're in the home? Or are my needs more of a business nature? Perhaps I have a significant debt that I need to cover through my business. Or perhaps I have an arrangement with a partner, and I want to make sure that if something happens to me, that the partner's paid off so that debt doesn't domino back to my family.
Okay.
So what are the needs for the coverage? Are they personal or are they business? And those are pretty easy to find. The fifth point is what is the strength of the company that's insuring me? Now, fortunately, in America, we have a wide variety of companies to choose from. Some 1,500 companies around the country provide life insurance. And it is very easy for us as consumers today to find out about those companies, to make sure that they have adequate reserves, that they'll cover us and do what we need to do.
And I must admit, Ike, that's one thing I've never thought about, because I do see a lot of the commercials on television that come up about different life insurance companies, and I'm sure the audience does too. But who do you go to?
That's right.
Who do you use? Do you use someone local, or do you go for the TV guy?
That's right. And finally, does the advisor that I choose to work with, are they bringing value to my purchasing decision? And that's where I think using the skills of a competent professional advisor could be so helpful. I had brought this out. I had mentioned in the first segment about that Life Insurance Awareness Month is being sponsored by a group called the Life Foundation.
Right.
And this is actually a poster that they did several years ago. And the poster, what I wanted to bring out, the poster says, life insurance, Tammy, isn't for the people who die, but rather it's for the people who live.
I've heard that before.
And that's what's so important, is to know about that with life insurance planning. So it's a great time to talk about a tough subject. It's never been easy. I've been in the business 35 years, and getting people to take that step is tough now as it was then, but it's a very important decision to do as well.
Definitely. Ike, thank you so much for joining us for Financial Friday. And Ike will be back later on next month, hopefully.
Look forward to it.
Thank you so much, Ike. We'll be back right after this.